Hi, it's Tinky from Project Everest. Just looking to get this video out to you about social business and why we use that. Why is that a key fundamental aspect of what we do? So I'm going to be very quick. I'm just going to cover social business, why it's so important to us and why we do it the way we do. Have a look at our other videos such as why we're for profit, our methodologies, and also our definition of social enterprise. But right now, why social business? I mean, we take a lot of inspiration from Elon Musk. I know that most of the people watching this probably wouldn't remember back in the 90s, there was a thing called the Kyoto Protocol, and it was an organization that basically the UN put together a whole group of countries to come together and agree to climate change measures. And the Kyoto Protocol is known as an epic failure. Ultimately, key signatories didn't come on, such as America, and there's still climate change issues to this day, as you've seen in videos, etc. Al Gore, An Inconvenient Truth. So there's all these people trying to organize through government to create change, and then Elon Musk comes along with a Tesla and puts out there a product that can actually reduce greenhouse gases and pollution from that space of vehicle emitting carbon dioxide. And I know there's a much greater issue in the greenhouse challenge. However, here's a guy who is going to create a lot of impact in that space around pollution, and he's doing it with a private company, a PTY Ltd. The social benefit of that is actually in Tesla vehicles in terms of how it can impact pollution, and he's become a billionaire out of that. And we look at that as an incredible example of how business can create change where governments have not been able to, and charities certainly can't even get that into that game with a lot of effect. So when we look at business, we look at two key components. Basically, a product or service is one of the first key components, and we want to make that socially beneficial. So the social benefit is in the product or service itself, and then we want to marry that with a business model. So one of the key challenges that is faced by charities is how you create or have one financial impact that lasts or cascades a whole series of further impacts. Well, we believe ultimately if you create a business model that is sustainable in the long term, and the product or service that that business model provides is socially beneficial, then you can create lasting change, or you can create impact over that is sustainable over the longer term. That is why we are focused on business. That is why we emphasize it, and that's why we teach it. And we also realize that in terms of the products and services we create, we're starting from scratch. So we have a methodology of how we get to zero through to scaling up a business. So I encourage you to have a look at our website, understand that methodology, understand our definition of social enterprise, and understand why we're for profit. That is a key component of this and why it is necessary to be successful. But right now, as I summed up, we are looking to create businesses, products and services are socially beneficial, and a sustainable business model so we can create impact on the long term without the need of governments or charities or any other input. Cheers.